Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the Mighty Jingles, where today we have tank mode on here in the American T-49 light tank. Not quite sure what he's got going on there with the gun and the mantlet. Looks like some kind of partially purchased 3D style. Whatever, not important. So, the T-49. Technically it did exist, although it never went into production. And it didn't look like this. The T-49 was actually a 90mm gun armoured version of the M41 Walker Bulldog. And yet, I'm pretty sure you're all going to say, well hang on, I've seen photographs. Well, I'm sure you have, but they're almost certainly technically not of the T-49. They're either mock-ups, or they're photographs of the tank that the T-49 prototypes were used as the testbed for. The XM551 Sheridan, which did have this rounded turret, and did have that 152mm howitzer, which was the distinctive feature of the tank because as well as being able to fire conventional 152mm ammunition, it was specifically designed to also be able to fire the MGM-51 Shillelagh anti-tank missile. Now obviously you don't get that here in World of Tanks, although as we've just seen, the 152mm howitzer ammo packs plenty enough of a punch, and in this game is probably actually easier to hit a target with than any kind of tube-launched, optically tracked, wire-guided missile. At least if you plan on not getting hit in return while you're guiding it on the way to the target. But the thing that puzzles me about the T-49 in this game more than anything else is why are they calling it the T-49? Two T-49s were built and they both had 90mm guns. In all other respects they were just M41 Walker Bulldogs. I don't know why they don't just call this thing the Sheridan and be done with it. Unlike the two T-49 prototypes, the Sheridan not only went into production but also saw extensive combat service in Vietnam. Nobody said it was any good, but it did at least see combat. Oh, hang on, I know why they did it. They didn't have enough light tanks to stretch out a full tech tree, did they? So they put the Sheridan in at tier 10 and they made this monstrosity the tier 9, with the option of the 152mm gun. I get it, okay. Because this thing's stock, when you unlock it, is a Walker Bulldog with a 90mm gun. Which is exactly what the two T-49 prototypes actually were. Ah well, what are you going to do? You're going to lose, apparently. The enemy team are 4 kills to nothing. The hell's going on here? Look at that Su-101 in the crate. What is a tank destroyer doing dead in the middle of an open field within 2 minutes of the start of a battle? Well, I guess you can't pick your teammates. I mean, they're inflicting damage on the enemy team. Well, I say they are, so far. It's mostly just tank mode on who's been doing it. But nobody appears to be capable of actually finishing anybody off. And the enemy team... Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I think they know you're there. Ow, well, there goes half of his hit points. Hey, look at that. Somebody on the team actually managed to score a kill. Far too exposed on the southern end of the field there, however. Time to move. Got a teammate in need of assistance here. I don't know if he's actually... No, didn't penetrate. So a couple of hundred damage, but not a kill. Needs to get into cover down here when he goes through that reload. I mean, this is a light tank with a really, really big gun, which is theoretically capable. And in fact, on the occasions in this game, so far, when he has managed to penetrate armour, is doing monstrous amounts of damage. But if you're not penetrating, the DPM on this thing is absolute garbage. Nerves of steel on display here as he waits to ensure that that doesn't miss, and it is in fact a kill. There have, however, been several other kills while he was aiming up. And the bad news is, they were all on his team. Tank mode now only has 5 surviving teammates against 12 enemies. And we're not even 4 minutes into the battle. This is shaping up to be a rout of epic proportions. Well, the Contradiction seems to have the pass covered, and God knows if that thing can't handle it, nothing on the team can. And it's not as if the team have an overwhelming amount of candidates to choose from for the job. So the next thing to worry about is the narrow pass on the other side of the island, which appears to be covered by an ISU 152. So how about... Oh, actually... Oh, he's found something to shoot at. He's found quite a bit to shoot at. and they're shooting back. And the ISU has a big gun, but it doesn't have a huge amount of armour, so time to help out. That Progetto's got a lot of health. Surprise butt sex! And now the Progetto does not have a lot of health. And in a supremely ironic bit of tit for tat, the ISU 152 nails the enemy ISU 152K. Which I think is funny, because the ISU 152K has the actual BL-10 gun that used to make the ISU 152 so feared, until Wargaming decided the gun was too powerful for you to have for free, took it off the ISU 152 and put it on the premium ISU 152K that you have to pay for. And there is a bit of a fight back going on here. I mean, they've taken some more losses, as tank mode lies up in ambush here, but they're now only 3 kills behind. Although the enemy team have 3 times the hit point advantage. So, yeah, it's likely that it's going to get worse before it gets better. Although the Contradictious appears to still be doing well, and have almost all of his hit points. Did I just speak too soon? I think I did. I think the Contradictious just took a battery. Oh well, never mind. Oh, I don't know if he probably can't finish off the T-30. No, it was a valiant attempt. Did a lot of damage, not enough to finish off the T-30 before it killed the ISU. Did he just take a hit from the rear in a light tank that failed to do any... Actually, it looked like it when it was tracked at a very, very steep angle. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I'm amazed the tracks are still up and running, but I'm not surprised that no actual damage was inflicted. Certainly wasn't the T-30. That would have just overmatched and gone straight through the side armour, regardless of the angle. Oh, this needs to be a kill. Oh, and it is! The 3 surviving tanks on the team barely have 1,000 hit points between the 3 of them. The 2 surviving tanks on the team have less than 1,000 hit points between the 2 of them, and the one with the majority of the hit points, tank mode, and he only has 50%, is the one with the least armour. So this is going to be fun, and when I say fun, I mean, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, the Contradictious is dead. Oh, he did get spotted, but remember, Sixth Sense doesn't go off until 3 seconds after you got spotted. The Batchat 155 tries to shotgun him, and he's actually kind of lucky, although the Batchat was obviously rushing the shot, but he failed to take even any splash damage. And I don't know if this is a good news, bad news situation, because guess who's been AFK the entire battle? So, you know, hooray, enemy tank destroyer you can farm damage on. But also, you're losing this badly to a team of 14. And also, AFK or not, you're still reporting your position to the surviving enemy tanks, one of which is capping your base. Oh, we're not going that way. No, not with those 2 there. We'll go this way instead. Oh, and he's hit. And that was unfortunate, because now I think he's pretty much a one-shot. So that hit was from the T-54E1, which is the heavy, which you can easily outrun. But there's also one of them newfangled French unmanned turret light tank thingies, which is going to be a problem. And that must mean that the T-49 is the one in the base. And he's not going to be able to outrun this far. And that wasn't enough to kill him, which is bad news. The good news, of course, is that whoever's in charge of that French tank just spammed all of his ammo, not hitting anything. I mean, he scored a hit on the first one, but what's the reload like on that thing? How quickly can it get its autoloader up? Can it get it up before the T-49 reloads? No, it can't. Okay, good news. Also, kind of good news that it never even seemed to occur to the French tank commander to just ram him, because that would have won the game there and then. But now, he no longer has any time to mess around. He has to basically take the shortest route straight to the base, and he gets to get the reset off. And kill 3 enemy tanks into the bargain, starting with the T-49, who unfortunately, thanks to the Frenchie, had plenty of warning that tank mode was coming, and even more unfortunately, was using the 90mm gun, which only has a 2.3 rather than a 3.6 second aiming time. Which means that in the span of less than 10 minutes, tank mode on not only scored an ace tanker, a high caliber, a defender and a top gun, he did more than 7,000 damage, scoring 7 kills, and got more base experience on a defeat, more than 1,000, than the best scoring member of the enemy team got for winning. And if that's not the game's way of telling you to go and lie down in a dark room and give the game a rest for a couple of days, I don't know what is. It was so close too. He only left the one enemy tank alive. And he almost beat the 90mm gun arm T-49 to the shot with his 152mm gun. They both took each other out. Unfortunately, it was just not to be. So enjoy your rest, tank mode. Take the strain off your back. Go and lie down for a bit. And I hope you all enjoyed watching him almost achieve the impossible. Because that's it for today. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.